Okay, we should now be live. We've finally made it to FTP test day. My name is Templeton Triathlete, and yeah, here we go. We're about to take on the 20-minute power test. This is the first time I'm doing a stream like this. Who knows how it's going to go? I don't even know what the audio is going to sound like. I'm going to check that just now on YouTube as I'm pedaling along. Let me see this here. Okay, we'll press share. Need to get it posted on the socials as well. And yeah, the plan for this one, quick warm up, usual sort of 30-second hard efforts to get warmed up. It's always something that I do for any type of interval workout. And then we'll start with a 5-minute full gas effort, 10 minutes easy in between, and then the 20-minute test. Now, this is probably going to be quite difficult to try and get this live stream going at the same time. Who even knows what the audio is going to sound like? But yeah, let's get this one going anyway. I am live. Okay, there we go. Instagram post is now up as well. And then on the Swift chat, we can go like this and paste that message in. Try and get people on Zwift to come and join as well. So, yeah, with this one, the purpose of the 20-minute test here is to try and gauge where my functional threshold power is. Now, this number is rather arbitrary. It's sort of, yeah, it's meant to be how many watts you could hold at a maximum effort for 1 hour. It's very unlikely you'll see a cyclist go full gas for 1 hour. The mental strain that would take as well would be incredibly challenging. So yeah, it's all about just trying to find a way to make it slightly easier. That's the reason why I'm doing this 20-minute test here. So the average power numbers that I'll hold, I will then take 95% of that, and that'll be a general gauge of an FTP. From there, I can evaluate training zones, which will allow me to see what 110% of my FTP is, what 95% of my FTP is, to make sure I'm training in somewhat of the right zone. Of course, on a day-to-day basis, your FTP is going to jump up and down. There's all the sort of external factors, life stress, HRV, all these different numbers. So it is, training is very much an individual thing on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, of course, you want to have at least some sort of gauge. On Zwift, doing this one, I've got it set up on the flat loop around the open desert islands. I've got the effort set up as well on a free ride. Now, the only thing about this is that then takes in the simulated gradient. And of course, this is the flattest route that you'll get on Tempest Fugit. But it's just, yeah, sometimes if it's going up 1 or 2%, or more so when it's this slightly negative gradient, it really forces you to push a higher cadence, which I guess, if you are a true cyclist, it shouldn't bother you that much. But just once if you're like 17 minutes into a 20-minute effort, yeah, it would be quite a challenge just to try and keep that going. So let me just make sure everything is still running. Yeah, everything seems good on the stream. So, yep, thanks to that. I think we get this one going. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. The current streaming setup is the GoPro as my camera, and then a Disney Sign mic from the games back in the Wii, back in the day. Very, very makeshift, but you know, it works. Connects with a USB, and it does the job quite nicely. So it doesn't bother me too much. Right, yep. The High School Musical, mate, yeah. We're just about to finish this warm up here, and then a few minutes easy and into a sprint. Now, audio wise, of course, it is a lot easier doing efforts with music. I don't know what it'll be like copyright wise for playing music. I'm probably going to try, and I don't know, because I don't want to be pedaling here for 20 minutes with no audio for you guys and just me huffing and puffing with it muted. But and then can I get background audio? No, it doesn't seem that there's an option for it. You know what? I might just play through the speaker anyway. Doesn't make too much of a difference. If YouTube want to ban me, so be it. That's their problem. And then I thought I was going to have all these banners set up. Nope, I didn't get them set up in time. So background music. Here we go. Let's see. Rock. What does that do? Let me quickly check this on my phone as well to see what it sounds like. That's actually not too bad. Okay. I'll turn it down a bit, and then, sorry, I'll stop the echo as well. I've turned that off just now, but I'll put that on when I'm doing the 20-minute test. And yeah, sort of heart rate wise, you can see my heart rate's jumping about quite a good bit here. Always when it's not the pressure, but when I feel people watching, I definitely feel I can raise my game a little bit. And yeah, we're sitting 180 watts is normally, or it's been like 127 to 130 BPM. We're currently sitting at 140. So the heart rate seems up for it. I'll quickly spam the chat on Zwift again, asking people to come join the live stream. These 30-second efforts are more just sort of openers. I don't enjoy doing them at all. I don't enjoy doing any high power numbers. I'm very much more a diesel engine. But it's just something that I became accustomed to. Back when I did have a coach, that was sort of how the interval workouts started up. And yeah, it really gets the engine revving, gets you prepped and psyched up. In terms of targets for these efforts, I'm probably going to aim for about definitely 300 plus for the 5-minute effort. Hopefully in and around that 310 area. And then the 20-minute effort, I'd say about 280. Or I'll set off at 280. Most of the time when I've done these in the past, I've set off way too hard. But here we are. Right. Time for this first sprint. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get the engine revved. and build into this one. Okay, 104 done. Heart rate climbing to 166. Yeah, we're definitely up for this one. Yeah. As you can see as well, Zwift has recently had a new update. It's got a new heads-up display, the new HUD, and sort of the dark grey, more transparent look. I don't mind it. It's quite good when all the stats are at the side on a free ride. And then the workout layout here is pretty much the same. It's not very different at all. And yeah, with the Zwift workouts, always do like it. Very much an A-type personality, endurance athlete, where collecting the little stars and trying to hit the targets is important to me. This second sprint here, again, ramp up for it, first 5-10 seconds, and then push on for the second half. Push on or hold on, you can decide. Let's go. Two or four done. With the workout here as well, I've decided just to do it. One, on the indoor bike, as you can obviously see, as with winter pretty much just around the corner, most training is going to be indoors anyway. So it's just staying specific to that. And then two, doing it sitting up rather than on the TT bars, as I feel I can transfer the power over fairly well after like 3-4 weeks of swapping. Yeah, I do just feel more comfortable sitting up. My TT position isn't that uncomfortable, but it's just, yeah, I do prefer it. Let me make sure everything is still running here. Perfect, yep, still seems to be going. The quality of the stream is probably incredibly low as well, but I just don't want my laptop to crash as we're doing it. So I've reduced the camera quality and I've reduced the Zwift gain quality. Sprint number 3 of 4. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Wow. Okay. One more of them to go. Thank goodness when we're going to be done on the sprints. Let me see if I've got time to put a banner up. many what will I hold for 20 minutes? Wow, there we go. How many watts will I hold for 20 minutes? Be sure to put in the comments what you think. Again, my best ever is over 290. Today, yeah, I'd say maybe a wee bit off that. What do you think I'll hold? Now, again, you'll be looking at my sprint and probably think you'll hold 200 watts if that's like a solid effort. But like I said, my power curve is very, very flat, and generating top end, I feel I have zero pretty much. Last sprint, let's do this. Wow, 404 done. Heart rate peaking there at about 172, 173. Yep, we're ready to go. Time now also to get the fan ramped up. Indoor cooling in this space is probably the biggest letdown. Yeah, there's not much in the way of external cooling, but the fan at the bottom does a decent job. So I'll get that boosted up. We'll have 2 minutes more easy after this one, and then it'll be into that first 5 minute effort. In terms of hydration, oh, there's that fan making a stupid noise. 2 seconds. Right, yeah, the background noise is probably going to be quite bad, but you know, it is what it is, and we'll just push on with it. And yeah, sorry, as I was saying, nutrition-wise, just got some electrolytes in my bottle here with a sort of half scoop of carb mix. Of course, taking on carbohydrate during this one, or between the 5 minute and 20 minute effort, there's very little that it's going to do getting into my bloodstream. Sort of glycogen stores are topped up very full anyway, so it's just more about the idea of carb rinsing. Just bit of flavour, bit of sugar on the tongue to keep pushing through. For the 5 minute effort, I won't take a drink in between that one, but then for the 20 minute effort, I think I'll break it up into like 3-4 minute segments. So 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, take a quick sip, and then those last 8 minutes every 2 minutes, just something to mentally break up the challenge that will be this 20 minutes. Right, that's 5 minute effort. I need to get mentally prepared for this now. Right. Okay. Yep, so we'll get the background music turned on, and then I'll go and get this sorted. Oh, now I can't remember how to do the background music. Oh, we'll just leave it. Okay, 20 seconds. Let's do it. Get the fan turned up once more. 1 minute. Halfway. One minute, 1 minute. Seconds. Oh man. Wow. Oh. Okay. 5 minute effort complete. Wow. That was some tough going. Average heart rate probably around 178, and then power I'd say around 15. So let me just go to there. Right, 178 BP. Wow. Now, it might seem rather counterintuitive doing a 5-minute max effort before the 20-minute test. But upon a wee bit of research, it did look as if the 5-minute effort is essentially a primer for the 20-minute effort. I think there, I maybe could have pushed a little bit harder, but I'm still pretty happy with how that one went. 10 minutes easy spin in between now, just to try and recover a little bit. Let me try and work out again also how to get this pesky background music. How did I even do this? No, so it's not in that one. Right, it's in brand. Okay, we've got that set up there. That's fine. There are quite a few sort of local races happening this weekend as well. There's the Cross Michael Wee Belty Triathlon that I took part in last year. That's going ahead tomorrow. It's an Olympic distance, an open water swim, 2 laps, one of the flattest 40k bike routes you ever see, and then straight into one of the hilliest 10k routes that you'll see. The run, it starts on that trail, and then you're rolling terrain over the tarmac. However, it is a nice downhill finish, so that's always a plus. But one thing to watch out for if you are doing it is the run itself is about 11 kilometres as opposed to 10. So even though you think you're on the downhill, on the lead into the finish line, yeah, just be prepared for that if you are taking part. Let me make sure, yep, everything's still running fine. And then other sport news, there is La Vuelta coming to an end this weekend. Today you've got another absolutely monster stage. It looks like a shark's mouth, the profile. So many jagged hills, constantly back to back to back. And then the TT in Madrid. Right, what we'll do here is we'll also try and put a post on Strava. Oh man. Right, yeah, that's working fine. Okay, 5 minutes more of a cool down. Starting to recover now. I've got my breath. Yeah, 20 minutes. It's a long way to go. Definitely, yeah, just breaking it up into segments, focusing on the little goals throughout, and trying to have a positive split power-wise. Start off at an effort that I know I can probably do for 20 minutes, and then dig on probably from about the last 5 minutes, I'd say. Maybe even 3, just to pick it up that little bit more. Sure. Yeah. Everything's still running fine. Will definitely be to raise that sort of aerobic or muscular endurance level for 8, 12-minute efforts, just where you need to be strong. Not a full anaerobic effort, we're not talking 10 seconds, or even 20, 30 seconds, just where you're really pushing that high VO2 max over threshold work. Just stomping on the pedals but being smooth through the pedal stroke as well, not absolutely killing yourself at low cadence. That is what I'm going to try here as well. That previous effort was probably about 92, 91 RPM. I'll try and go for something similar again on this one, because even though I enjoy grinding out the gears, I'm thinking, wow, this is great, 75 RPM in the long run. And then if you're looking over a middle distance triathlon, it's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to be able to run off the back of that. Right, slide this forward a little bit. No. Okay, 3 minutes to go. The head is in the game. Again, we know we have to turn on the music now and the banners. I'll swap it back to that one there. Right. And yeah, like always, have to give an update on what the weather is like. Cloudy, overcast just now, but I think the sun is meant to break through later on, and it is meant to be quite a nice day. To be honest, probably the last of the summer that we'll see, I think. There really hasn't been much of a summer here in Scotland at all. But, you know, we take what we can and we move on. And then, again, just sort of be grateful that Zwift or indoor cycling is even a thing. To have this available is definitely quite a treat. Look at that. After I take a quick drink and get antsy, my heart rate jumps up again. Definitely feeling as mentally prepared as I can be for this one. I'd say after Aberfeldy, after the DNF, I've sort of struggled to get back into it a wee bit. Just not too much focus, just back to the basics. Longer zone 2 runs, try and do some technique in the pool, and then on the bike, again, slightly longer aerobic efforts, just cruising along. 1 minute 15 to go here. Okay. Everything is still running fine. And yeah, it's going to be some absolutely horrific, absolutely horrific royalty-free music that's going to be getting played in the background here. But it has to be done, because the huffing and puffing that I'm about to be doing is going to be quite extreme. So I'm going to mute myself just now, and I'll catch you in 20 minutes. Okay, coming up to 5 minutes. Probably the last update I'll do. Let's keep this suffering going. That's 180 BPM danger zone. It's grim. Halfway. Let's keep pushing. Oh. Coming up to 7 minutes to go. Wow. Sorry guys, I did try and put the mic on at the end there, but my oh wait, yeah, let me turn the music off. Sorry. Okay, yeah, that's that turned off. So I think that was about 20 minutes at, I'd say like 284. I'll need to double check. After the ride, average heart rate, easily 180. Let me save that one. And yeah, that was a shift. However, I do have to say that it was one of my best paced workouts that I've done. It was just very smooth. I think setting off a wee bit more conservatively was definitely worth it. And yeah, it gives me a good line in the sand, like I was saying at the start. Let me turn that fan down. A good line in the sand for working out where my zones are and where to go forward with my training. I was quite surprised by the cadence as well. Sort of, again, like I was saying, you'll probably seen it throughout. There'll be little blocks where I was lower cadence, slightly higher power. That is purely because the gradient became 1 or 2%, and it forced me to adjust to match that. Probably, if I was to do it up something like the Epic KOM, I could maybe squeeze out another 5-10 watts at a lower cadence. But again, just going back to that same idea that I had earlier on, where lower cadence isn't the best for long distance triathlon. Just the torque that you would need to be at the front of these races, just it would make it unfeasible to then run in good form on a half marathon afterwards. I put a 3-minute rest block here, but I'll probably spin out for maybe another 5-10 minutes, and then I think I'll do a quick brick run as well, just easy pace, try and get the core time down. But yeah, you can see on this screen here, very, very good, consistent pacing throughout. Maybe a slight dip from like 13 minutes to about 14 to about 17 minutes in, but the heart rate gradual build throughout. Wee bit of a spike at the end. Really happy with how that one's went. The critical power graph sometimes shows what you've done. So if I go to 20 minutes, right, yeah, 288 watts, and my best you can see there is 295. So we're not actually too far off where I thought we were. And then going back to 5 minutes, we're talking 315. Yeah, 315 instead of 325. So a wee bit more off that top end, but again, nothing major. And considering this is essentially the start of the build phase, moving back into sort of, well, not moving back into base, because it's definitely going to be higher intensity than base training, but just working at solid effort, looking towards races maybe end of December, start of January, and then building into the 2025 season, which I'm definitely going to push towards. I want it to be a good year, just keep everything smooth, nothing silly, and yeah, try and take the best fitness that I can into the next season. But with all that said and done, thanks for watching the Adam Templeton Triathlete YouTube channel FTP test. A very, very successful effort, and yeah, it's just been a good shift all round. And yeah, from here I'll sign off. I probably won't edit this one into a video. I'll bring something for the future videos talking about how I'm going to try and increase my FTP, increase that muscular endurance. But yeah, all that said and done, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.